Today, many experts and political scientists agree that BRICS is an integral part of multipolar New World Order. Based on this, it's expected that the West, countries interested in hegemony and unipolarity, will oppose the entry of new countries into the organization in every possible way or try to exert pressure on its existing members. In your opinion, is there such a threat?
I think, first of all, that they will not do it directly. I think they will do it, as always, indirectly, behind the scenes, by, for example, imposing sanctions, imposing some kind of restrictions, and exerting pressure in every possible way, behind the scenes, on some specific grounds. Because they understand, I think, for all their strange behavior, that this is an irreversible process. BRICS has already taken place. BRICS is gaining momentum. BRICS is giving concrete results to all. Countries, peoples, and individuals, concrete companies, concrete enterprises, concrete non-governmental organizations, just concrete people. It is a beacon of hope in the world, which was again to be overtaken by a wave of chaos, and it serves as a symbol that the best that we have managed to work and accumulate in international relations can be preserved, applied, and developed on the BRICS platform. The next thing I would like to say is that against the backdrop of profound transformations in the global economy and politics, the West's incessant attempts to maintain its privileged position through illegitimate, illegal, unlawful mechanisms and tactics, well, as I have already said, sanctions and military coercion, this is all that they are trying to do and use, contradicts the logic of historical development and has no chance of any results sought by the West. Yes, there will be tendencies and manifestations, but in the end, in fact, that is why we promote multipolarity and stimulate it, so to speak, because we realize that the Western liberal democratic or liberal logic, ultra-liberal logic in international relations, in internal, so to speak, state structures, has come to its own dead end. And accordingly, we need an alternative. This is the alternative. So everything they apply is to contain the imminent. And multipolarity, it is already gaining momentum. So to resist it, although they will, but it is all useless. And the movement from unipolarity towards a system with many poles, centers, perhaps it is better to say centers, civilizational platforms, as we have repeatedly said and cited facts in support of this concept, is an objective process. It is rapidly gaining momentum. The economic potential is growing, and with it the desire to play an independent role in international affairs, new centers of power in Asia, Africa, Latin America, the Middle East. Formats that function on the principles that I have already mentioned and that we are constantly talking about today: mutual consideration of interests, respect, choosing one's own path, a positive agenda that looks to the future and not to the revanchism of the past, are in high demand. Well, in fact, BRICS meets all of this. There are more and more like-minded people who share a common sentiment for the formation of a non-aligned, fairer, more equitable world with a comprehensive architecture of international cooperation. And by the way, indivisibility of security. Well, we are all waiting, so to speak, for the relevant statements by the leaders of the countries who should talk about the result of their work in the BRICS multilateral and bilateral formats. So let us wait for their assessments. Well, I have spoken globally about our approaches.
Поэтому давайте еще дождемся их оценок. Но вот глобально о наших подходах я сказала.